Officer Bruce finds a mask, which may or may not be work-related.
You're looking nervous.
And straight away, the search throws up some surprises.
Oh, okay. Just thought I'd check. Directly as you come across on that one over there.
A passenger who claims to be a doctor has been stopped by immigration officer Bridget Hall. The man was born in Africa and has been living in the US for the last 10 years.
He lives in the States, he's got a green card, so he's a permanent resident there. He wants to transit through the UK to get his flight at Gatwick, which should be leaving in about 5 hours or so, back to Sierra Leone.
Nationals from Sierra Leone must have a visit or transit visa to pass through Heathrow. The passenger has applied for both and been refused. All of this requires further investigation.
So he's turned up today with no visa, 2 refusals behind him, and a flight that's leaving this afternoon, and he wants to try and get on that.
Officer Hall needs to be sure the passenger won't stay on in Britain if she grants him access to catch his connecting flight.
I've seen the ticket, so I do know he's got an onward flight, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to go on it. Quite often they'll get an onward flight, and it's a small outlay for them gaining entry into the UK.
So before she issues a visa, she must be satisfied his story rings true.
It's a bit strange that somebody would want to give up a good life in America, so we've got to check his bags. Now, as he is returning permanently, he's got about 6 pieces of luggage, so myself and a colleague are going to go down, search through his bags quickly and make sure there's nothing that we should be concerned about. Thank you.
And straight away, the search throws up some surprises.
Oh, okay. Just thought I'd check. Directly as you come across on that one over there. Cheers, mate. What's this for, sir? The potassium tablets?
This is an antihypertensive.
What's Ezidrex? What's indomethacin for? The metformin? Lovastatin?
Lovastatin is anti-cholesterol.
So have you got high blood pressure as well?
Yeah, high blood pressure.
It's a good job you're a doctor then, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
One of the reasons you will refuse your visa is when you are unable to prove that you have this job, that you are a working doctor. So I need to see some evidence to show me that.
No, not as of now. I was, before 1997.
When you go back to Freetown, you're not a registered doctor. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, when I arrive, I'm going to register and do everything.
But you're not yet.
But you're not yet.
Yes.
So why have you got this prescription pad?
This one?
Uh-huh.
This prescription pad is one that I had.
And now there's more to arouse the officer's suspicion.
Whose passport is this, sir?
Well, I cannot see. Maybe my father or maybe my brother. I don't know.
Okay, who's this woman? Khadisha Hariri.
Oh, that's my sister.
Who's Jonathan Fawaz?
Fawaz.
Who's that?
That's my cousin brother.
Your cousin's brother?
Yes.
A lot of stuff isn't adding up. He's going back to Sierra Leone to live, but yet he's not got anything of his own there.
I've searched all your bags. I've done it myself. All of your bags. And you have no clothes belonging to you.
It's now making more sense why he was possibly refused his visa on both occasions. I now have to look at things in a different light. I'm not sure whether he's going to be getting on his flight.
Because of the unusual contents found in the man's bags, Officer Hall has a lot of questions to put to him.
Did you apply for a visa to transit through the UK?
Yes, but I applied for the wrong transit visa. It's a visit in transit visa, which they denied.
If you were denied your visa, why did you still decide to travel here?
I consulted the British Embassy consulate in New York. They said that as long as I have a permanent resident card, connecting flight within 24 hours, I don't need.
Ideally not a problem, but the fact that you had these refusals kind of changes everything.
Okay.
You had Sierra Leone passports belonging to other people. Why is this?
Well, these are my brothers and sisters. They have not been to that country, for some of them, for over 30 years. So they gave me their passports to go renew their passports.
Do you have any evidence that you are still a registered doctor? Because the paperwork that I saw in your baggage search was all very old.
I am not a registered doctor in Sierra Leone because I have just gone there after 10 years of absence due to the Civil War.
That's the end of our interview. If you just want to sign here for me.
After the interview, Officer Hall passes on her concerns to Chief Officer Dyson.
He's got a prescription pad, he's got untold medication for various ailments. He's got a card.
Isn't he supposed to be a doctor?
He said he's a doctor, but he's not registered anymore. He's a nursing aide, like an auxiliary nurse.
Hence he couldn't show the visa officer that he was a doctor.
Exactly.
But he told the visa
But
officer.
and that's what he led me to believe when I first spoke to him, that, yeah, I'm a doctor, I'm registered.
I don't
as long as
think
I've
we
got
really
that.
need to come back to me with this one. I think
This is a refusal then,
I think we're agreed on this. He may well be going on to Sierra Leone, but I'm not taking that chance.
Yeah, okay.
There's too many variables in this, so if you're comfortable with that,
Yeah.
back to the States, ASAP.
Yep, we'll do.
The passenger arrived at Heathrow without a UK transit visa. His luggage aroused suspicion and he lied about his job. Officer Hall can't trust him to catch his flight on to Sierra Leone.
There is nothing new in front of me today that would let me consider reviewing the decision to deny you a visa to come to the UK in order to transit. You should be refused entry, in which case we'll have to put you on a plane back to Chicago.
What's going to happen now? Where are we at?
I'm going to go back to the holding room now, and then you'll be escorted down to the flight.
If the man wishes to travel to Sierra Leone, he will have to get the correct documents or take a route that doesn't pass through Britain.
An Australian man has been stopped at passport control. Chief Dyson hands the case over to Immigration Officer Brendan Bruce.
Australian male, 4 months holiday, single ticket, 3,500 Australian dollars, which is what, 1,500 quid?
1,500, 2,000, yes.
Going to stay with some friends in the UK. He also applied for the Youth Mobility Scheme. He was the working holiday maker kind of thing, and was refused. He's basically been to the consulate, said, I want to live and work in the UK for at least a limited period. We've said no, doesn't have a job to go back to, doesn't have that much money.
Has his bags been done?
Don't believe they have.
Okay, we'll start with that. We'll go straight down and do that now.
The passenger has been stopped because the immigration team believes he doesn't have enough money for a 4-month holiday. That, and just 3 weeks ago, he was refused a UK work permit.
I'm going to take you downstairs now for a baggage inspection. We're going to go straight down. Do you
He'll have to
any
convince
bags with
Officer
you?
Bruce that he's not
Okay,
here
I'm
to
gonna put that one
work.
bag.
A bag search may help the officer find any evidence of the man's intentions for his trip to Britain.
Did you pack in a hurry?
Yes.
The passenger seems nervous.
Try to relax. Try to relax. You're going tense.
Officer Bruce finds a mask, which may or may not be work-related.
You're looking nervous.
This man is carrying some strange clothes. But are they a concern for immigration? This document might be.
I found a letter of sorts, or a contract. It says a contract between master and slave. This contract is between the master and the slave. This contract is made with the full legal consent of both parties. The slave must learn to desire what the master wants. Signed by the passenger as the slave, dated the 5th of June 2008. That is not an employment contract as I would see it. So it's just, I think, a bit of interesting reading.
Officer Bruce is content the passenger's contract is not a sign of employment. But he still has concerns about the passenger's funds.
Okay, I'm going to go and interview the gentleman now. Mr. Goff?
The immigration interview gives Officer Bruce a chance to find out about the passenger's trip and the items in his bag.
Okay, the equipment you have in your bag, if you're coming here for a short holiday, why do you have all of that with you? Your clothing, your fetish clothing. Fetish clothing.
I intend to hopefully use it whilst I'm here.
Okay, you have a contract with your master. Where is your master currently?
I have no idea.
Will you receive any form of cash payment for using your equipment?
Absolutely not.
Okay, what do you have to return to in Australia?
Okay, I have a couple of pets. Obviously all my friends and family are in Australia. My life is in Australia.
I don't believe he can afford to be here. He's got £1,500 to last, including paying for at least partial rent, food, whatever transport he intends to do, whatever things he intends to do while he's here. He just doesn't have the funds.
Officer Bruce will now consult his Chief Immigration Officer, Sarah Dyson.
Let's think about what he really needs to survive in the UK, in London. You know, even living on beans and jacket potatoes for 4 months, it doesn't really hang together. And we know that he wanted to work here because we've got the evidence. You know, he applied for that visa and got only refused 3 weeks ago, didn't he?
So I'm recommending refuse leave to enter and return him to his country. I just want to come outside. I just need to explain something to you.
Sure.
Okay. The situation is this. Due to your current circumstances, I'm not satisfied. You are going to be refused entry to the UK today. So would you prefer to go tonight or take a flight tomorrow?
Might as well be tonight.
His lack of funds makes the immigration team suspicious he's here to work. He's refused entry and sent back to Australia on the next available flight.
Today is no ordinary day at the reporting centre. Immigration officers are plotting to arrest and deport a known sex offender. They watch him arrive on CCTV. His victim was a 12-year-old girl. He thinks he's here to report as usual.
There's several warnings, violence warnings against this young man, and it's part of the contingency plans that we have police officers present. Risk assessment dictates that police officers will be present on the day. But yeah, there are warning signs, so I've got to take the necessary measures to make sure that I'm safe and all the other staff are safe.
Playing it cool, they let him enter the building. Watching him closely, they are in no rush to make a move.
He'll go into the main reporting centre to sign on, as he does every single week. When he does, I'll go and I'll approach him then and just ask him to leave the reporting centre, and I'll bring him round to the detention room. He'll be allowed legal representation, he'll be allowed to phone his family. So, and that'll be it.
Fresh from prison, he's wearing a tag.
We're just going to go into the back office now and I'm going to take your tag off. Okay. All right. I've got some papers to serve and I want to explain them to you, but you'll be all right.
Officer Emmett is doing his best to keep the situation calm.
Let's have a seat in here, fella. Sit yourself down over here, young man.
Morning.
Sit yourself down. Which leg are you tagged on?
That one there.
That one. When you put your foot up there, to keep still. Take your foot. Right, I mean, obviously I've taken your tag off today. What I'm going to do is now is serve papers. I've been instructed to detain you today, pending your deportation from the United Kingdom. What's going to happen now is one of my colleagues is going to search you. You've been searched before. That's to ensure your safety and our safety. So could you just stand up, please? Okay. Step away from this one. Put your hands up for me, thank you. No, is there a necklace on you, nothing? Just pull your pockets out, that's it. That's it, thank you. Do you understand what's happening? That's it. Yeah.
If it's possible to notify my legal representative.
I'll be doing that straight away. I'll be faxing everything that you've been told today and every form that you've had served on you today. I'll be faxing that in the next 5 minutes to your solicitor. Okay.
And is it possible to come or not? Because she's actually waiting for me.
Right. These gentlemen will make that decision.
Where is she? She's at home.
She's at home?
Yes.
I have no objection to that.
As soon as I get a movement, mate, I'll get it back up. Yes, hello, ma'am. Sit down. Can you sit down, please? Yes, mom, sit down. Okay, I want you to sign in today. And detaining me. They're about to take me to London now.
He served the full 4 years of his prison term. His deportation is the final part of his sentence. Today, he's being deported. No one is taking any risks. 4 security guards will escort him all the way to Lagos, Nigeria. In 2007, over 4,000 serious criminals, including murderers, sex offenders and drug dealers, were deported from Britain. On arrival in Lagos, the security guards will hand him over to the Nigerian authorities.
The team get word that a passenger has been stopped after a routine search by security at departures. He was found to be carrying a large amount of cash. Officers Alan Skipworth and Mark Wright want to investigate as the man has not declared the money to customs, but there's not long before his flight leaves.
There's a gentleman been found by security, been brought round to the OB office with approximately £10,000. Says it comes from his earnings as he's a taxi driver in London. So we're just on our way to the office now to investigate. Hello sir, how you doing? You got some money with you?
Yeah.
You got some money with you? Okay. Yeah. Got one of my officers coming down here now. Just going to take you into the back office here, have a chat about your money, have a look at what it looks like. Yeah, is that all right? Yeah. Okay.
The man, a Dutch national working in Britain as a taxi driver, is planning to fly with his money to Eritrea.
Right, so if you want to take a seat over there for me.
He says his cash amounts to £10,000.
My officer will speak to you in a minute, okay?
If he wants to take it out of the EU, he must prove the money is legitimately earned, taxed and not connected to criminal activity.
I understand you're carrying some money out with you today. You're carrying money?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me where you got the money from? Is it from salary?
Yeah, salary.
I work it. Was it drawn from a bank account or did you keep it at home? Do you have any of your bank account details with you?
I don't have none.
Nothing at all?
I have my home.
Okay. What are you going to do with the money when you get to Eritrea?
Project.
You've got a project?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is the project?
I do it home.
Yeah.
Housing.
Are you building house?
Yeah.
Can you show me the money?
What's the problem? This is my money.
Yeah.
I'm working.
Okay, if you're carrying more than £1,000,
yeah,
then we have the right to challenge you and to get you to explain where the money came from and what you intend to do with the money.
From the bank.
Okay? Okay, well let's have a look.
Looking. Yeah.
Okay.
You can check it, no problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bundles of cash are not wrapped in official bank seals. With doubts over the legitimacy of the money and his story, the passenger faces a nasty surprise.
The suspicion here, he's got no proof of where the money came from. It's not bank wrapped. He's saying it's come from a bank. There's no evidence that it's coming from a bank at all. So what we're going to do is possibly detain the money, take it to court, ask for a 3-month detention to further investigate the money. If he can come forward in that time with documentation, evidence where the money's come from, what it's going to be used for, as he said, it's going to be used to build a house in Eritrea. If he can supply any of that and it checks out, there's no problem until we return the money.
The team will have to act quickly because time is running out.
Okay, how much is there altogether? Everything.
You can check it. I don't know my man.
Sir, we need to know exactly how much money you are carrying.
About 15.
Okay. 15,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not criminal. I am Christian man.
Sir,
yeah.
You've got half an hour to your flight actually takes off. Now, if we get permission to take this money, what would you do? Would you still go on your flight? Or would you stay? You still go on your flight?
I want to go.
Right, okay. Alan,
okay.
Phone the IFU.
The officers must refer the details of the case to a customs investigation team. They decide if there is enough evidence to seize the money before the man boards his flight.
He claims that he's going out to Eritrea to build a house, but there's no documentation whatsoever connected with the money, and he's being evasive about where he got the money from.
Okay. So in total, 15. About.
Yeah, you can check it from here.
Well, no, I can't. It will take too long.
Okay, we've got 3 bags to search, 10 minutes now, and we're trying to do the paperwork.
What's the problem, my friend? I am working. This is my money. I go from the bank.
Okay. You cannot prove to us that this money belongs to you.
They're not giving us authorisation at the moment, so now, we're up against the clock. We've got now 5 minutes to go. Phone her up quick. Tell her if she can't make a decision, I want to speak to her boss, and I'll escalate the process. All right?
The man is clearly keen to hang on to his cash, but the team get the clearance they need to seize it all.
Give me the rest.
Okay.
Where's the rest?
We're going with it then, yeah?
And the rest?
Okay.
Give me the bag.
Okay. Thanks for
Going with it. Going with it. Right, John, can we just get it sealed, yeah?
Yeah, he's hiding money again. It's more there.
Okay, so we're estimating this to be £15,000, all right? We're going to seize this from you now. We're going to take it to court before a magistrate at 10 o'clock Thursday morning, all right? You can ask someone to go there on your behalf, all right? Okay?
Have you got his passport?
All right, I'm going round to the aircraft, all right, and actually stop it going, say he's actually travelling, all right?
Okay.
All right, can you get him up there within 5 minutes, yeah?
Okay.
All right, as quick as you can. Yep. There's his itinerary.
Got it.
I'm going now.
No, this is my money.
Sir?
I don't give you.
Sir?
No, I don't go. This is my money.
You're not giving it to us. I'm seizing this money from you. I'm taking it from you.
Yeah.
There is a difference, okay?
No.
You cannot prove to me what you're doing with
proof.
this money.
I working.
Show me documents now.
I don't have with me now.
All we need from you is proof of what you're saying. At the moment, we have no proof of how you obtained this money, and that is why the money has been seized from you. If you provide that proof, it can be released back to you.
He was very surprised. A lot of people don't realise we do this kind of work. The action that we've taken is against the money. It's not against the person himself, because it's civil law that we act under, and that's why we allow him to travel if he wants to. There's no problem with that at all. In real terms, if I was going out there to carry out business with that money, I'd want to stay and obtain the money back from court on Thursday and then travel out after that. If that's the real reason that he's gone out there, then why has he gone without his money?
The man has since tried to claim his money back, but is yet to provide sufficient proof of where it came from. A final decision on the return of the cash is yet to be made.
Enforcement teams regularly visit businesses they believe are employing illegal workers. Today's target, car washers in supermarket car parks.
Intelligence has been received that African and South American males are working as hand car washers at supermarket sites and car dealers across Essex. Risk assessment: this is a medium risk operation. All officers and observers to wear issued personal protective equipment and check it's in working order. Specific risks for this operation: officers be mindful of the risk of clean chemicals being used as weapons. Arrests to be made if deemed appropriate.
With the car washers quickly rounded up, the team want to know their identities.
Okay, sir, can I have your right hand? Check this finger here.
Using a mobile fingerprint unit, the officers will soon know who is legal and who is not.
Mehdi Bakish?
Yeah.
Right.
Mehdi Bakish.
7 August 77.
Yeah.
Iranian national, male.
Got
ASU.
Reference
Bravo
111
787.
Yeah, it's Faz.
Faz. Not allowed to work.
A Faz is a failed asylum seeker. This man has been refused permission to stay in the UK.
You're under arrest as a person liable to be detained. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later write in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence, all right?
Okay.
Right, before we put you in the vehicle, we need to search you. The guy we've just arrested is an Iranian who has been proved to be a failed asylum seeker, so he doesn't have permission to work. He is removable from the UK if we can find a document at his home address. So that's the intention, is to go to his home address and see if we can find a passport or anything to get a document for him.
She understands, okay? The person allowed to be detained on the Immigration Act, you don't have to say anything, but it may harm the defence.
The team arrest 4 other suspected illegal workers, and their documents must also be searched for. All the men claim to live in the same house, only a short walk away.
Gloves on. A lot of these places are all multi-occupancy, lots of foreign nationals all living in bed-sits and paying a lot of money to landlords. OK, start searching. Do you want to take that side, or are we going to do it methodically? Passport is the essential thing which we're trying to find. That's the key to everything. Passport or anything with proof of identity, because without that, the Iranians won't entertain any application to get him a document whatsoever. It's very rare that we find them, but one day we will do.
Searching can be a dirty job, but this time it's a dangerous one too.
We've just been advised that one of the detainees we've arrested is a possible heroin addict, so we've got to watch out for sharps. Julie, we've got some drugs in the back room here which may relate to the heroin user. Do you want to ask him if they are his and if he needs them?
The team find a heroin substitute, but no documents with ID.
Got from the library.
However, Officer Dan finds evidence of a misdemeanour that falls outside his jurisdiction.
2006. If we can't nick him for immigration offences, we're looking for an open book library, yeah? Yes.
But because the book is a manual for a jet fighter, the team alert Special Branch just in case. The enforcement team has moved on to another supermarket car park, and they think they're on to more illegal workers.
Hello, mate, from immigration. You got any ID on you? You got a wallet? One of these. You got one of these? In the pocket? Yeah, anything in there with your name?
No.
OK, just wait with me, then we'll come and have a chat. Stay with this gentleman here.
Officer Dan has found a worker who isn't too keen to answer his questions.
Can't go out for layman.
Where's that thing gone?
Yes, sorry. I haven't seen it.
Right, keep the radio clear, please, guys. I think we've got runners. Yeah, a guy in his late 50s, 5'5", unshaven, dark skin, Iranian national.
The two people that run off from the site have been picked up, and we put the call out to the local police, and looks as if they've been detained by a local police unit.
Oh, here he is. Thank you, gentlemen.
No worries.
Well, I thought it was one, but he was the one, yeah.
The team are reunited with their runner, along with two others they didn't know had
You
gone.
two come over here. Yeah, well, you ran away, mate. You shouldn't have done that.
To remove illegal workers, they must first find evidence of who they are and where they're from.
What's your name?
Muhammad.
Mohammed?
Hussein.
Hussein?
Yes. Akdar.
Passport?
No passport.
No? Pourquoi pas?
No.
Address?
No. Address?
Yeah.
Here?
Sweet. Chris, what's a wallet in French? A portefeuille? No. Gentlemen, you've been arrested by the police. You're further arrested as persons liable to be detained under Schedule 2 of the Immigration Act. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Probably not, but no. You're under arrest.
Oh my God.
Right.
Everybody have children, everybody have wife, everybody rent house, my Iran, no, but everybody no working, no
Iran,
free. I will stay here.
Well, you're not allowed to, are you? You're not working legally. That's what it's all about.
Thank you very much for your help.
There's people in this country who haven't got jobs.
In the two car parks, the team arrested 11 suspected illegal workers. All were Iranian nationals. One man is later removed from Britain. The others are on reporting conditions, while the Immigration Service await their travel documents.